Okay, today on today's class we'll be teaching about bustier. So before we proceed, we have to master our body measurement. So you have to get your accurate body measurement before you can start doing your pattern. So I'll be using chisel for my model. Chisel. So this is the measurements we'll be needing for this bustier measurement. So now, first of all, if you want to make an up shoulder bustier, you have to take your bust, upper bust, then you take your bust point, then you take your under bust, and you take your half length. Proceeding, measuring your bust circumference. This is bust circumference. You take it to one side and you let your finger sit on the tape and you twist. You just twist it a little bit to see that it's straight. Then after that, you'll be measuring your waist. This is your first waist. You take it to the side and you make sure one of your finger is inside the tape too. So second waist, which is on your navel. That is your second waist. Remember, I took my bust, I took my first waist, and this is my second waist. That is what we'll be needing for this bustier pattern. So I want to take a half scale measurement for this bustier pattern. So now, if you are making the one that will be having a shoulder, this is how to measure your shoulder from your one point to the other point. That is how to measure your shoulder. Chisel measurements for shoulder is 15. What was her under bust? 15. Her under bust was 15. Her half length was 18. Your half length is 18. Then you add 1 to it, which is 19. So this is how I'm cutting. You cut out this. So this is my center front panel. This is my center front, and this other side is my side front. It will be 2 unfold. So you'll be having a 3 pieces panel for your front. That is, this is one. Then you have another one here, but this one will not have you will not slant, like you will not open it. It will be unfold. So this is how to do it. 1 cup and 1 cup.
Peter Udoh Queen, popularly known as Ajegunle Tailor, is one of the recipients of the Ajegunle Legacy Awards. Her social works, passion for fashion and lifestyle has endeared her brand, Queen's Fashion Hub, to influence a growing number of fashion enthusiasts who rely on her daily activities for inspiration. A visit to her office at Udoh Street in the Batford community of Ajegunle followed in local government, the popular dressmaker known as Ajegunle Tailor shares her experiences as a fashion entrepreneur and path to self-discovery as a fashion entrepreneur, which was motivated by her mother.
My name is Udoh Peter Queen. The face behind Ajegunle Tailor brand. I'm from Akwa State. The passion came from my mom. Since when I was 8, I've always loved fashion because I always see my mom, the way she dressed. My mom is actually a dressmaker. She makes dress. So after my university studies, I told my mom I want to go into fashion. She was like, "Oh, you want to take over me?" And she said, "Sewing is not easy. Can you do it?" And I told her, "Mom, don't worry, I'm gonna make this part." So that is how I started my fashion business. It was actually from my mom I got the passion from. My journey as a fashion entrepreneur has not been really smooth because in terms of finance, it has not really been easy for me, but thank God today I'm here and I can also impart my knowledge to other people, but it has not been easy in financial aspects.
Such a stigma associated with the name Ajegunle is not one that would deter the CEO of Queen's Fashion Hub from her sense of purpose and identity in the fashion industry. She shares her candid experiences on how she chose the name Ajegunle Tailor.
Oh! I did not choose Ajegunle Tailor. In fact, when I was an apprentice, I'd always been using Quincy Couture, but along the line I went to one of my clients referred me to a client on the island, a banker, which I will not mention the bank name. for security purpose. So when I got there, I took her measurements, we bargained price, and it was time for her to give me her fabric. She gave me 5 Ankara fabrics. So along the line, she asked me of my location, and I mentioned Ajegunle. She just packed everything back to her counter, and I was like, she said, please, I'll get back to you. So I did not feel it then. So when I came down, it was on the island. So I was inside the bus from CMS to Boundary. I was crying I was crying heavily. That the guy sitting next to me was asking me what happened. I could not share. The guy just tapped me on my shoulder and said, don't worry, everything will be fine. So immediately I dropped at Boundary, I said I was going to be calling myself Ajegunle Tailor. So anytime I'm making a post on social media, I'll add Ajegunle Tailor. At first, it was people were mocking me. Some of my friends were telling me, why will you be mentioning Ajegunle? Use Udoh Papa. Then I said, no, I'm going to be using Ajegunle. But Ajegunle Tailor has taken over my fashion name. Is a slogan where people identify me with.
What can't you do? What won't you do? Nothing impossible. Nothing impossible.
Where she reached today is not one without challenges and public rejection. Unlike in her words, the more she faces rejection, the greater her determination to making the name Ajegunle Tailor become a global brand.
A client came from First Park, and immediately she entered my shop. She was like, is this the Ajegunle Tailor that does not have a industrial machine? She did not come inside though. She was just outside. Then I've not gotten this one. I have this too. So she was like, the Ajegunle Tailor not even get industrial machine. You understand? So she was trying to talk me down, and I told her, madam, I cannot sew for you. I'm sorry. So I rejected her work this time. It's not them telling me they cannot. So I know my worth now. So it needs to be consistent. You need resilience, and you need patience. I want people to know me that I'm that strong woman who never gave up on her dream of becoming a fashion designer globally. I know it's starting from Ajegunle. People will be marking me like, oh, Ajegunle should not go anywhere. But I think with my consistency and God, I'll be known globally. So whatever you are doing and you're feeling tired, please look at me and say, oh, I know of one Ajegunle Tailor. She's always proud of her community. Now, I want you to also know that your community should not limit you. You need patience. If you want to succeed in the fashion industry or as an entrepreneur, you need to be patient and be prayerful to God first. My mom was a tailor. I'm taking off from my mom. Despite the fact I was denied a job on the island, despite the mockery and everything, but I still push on. So your community should not limit you. You can make it anywhere you are. Just be consistent and prayerful.
As a fashion designer with fashion influence across the social media space with 34,000 followers on Facebook, Ajegunle Tailor has resolved to contribute in shaping the future of the society by empowering youth, largely women, with our skills through seminars and fashion workshops.
So I'm actually planning on how to organize a seminar for the youth in my community, the Ajegunle, so for them to learn basic fashion designing in 3 weeks, so they can start up from there. So that is this project to be carrying out next year, 2025. So this is how I want to give back to my community.
While she acknowledged the impact of government support for entrepreneurs in the grassroots, Queen Udoh feels government should do more in the area of technical support and financial grants for the creative industry in the local government.
My community has been doing so much. I see so many these empowerments from the government. My community, the chairman, everybody is doing well. There are a lot of empowerment in Ajegunle, but I still want them to do more, like After learning, we need some materials like machines where they can use in starting up their own, or creating a job opportunity like doing a fashion house where youths can go and learn, where they can go and work so that they will have something for themselves. So I'm pleading to my community chairman for them to help us to develop these things in our community.
The central focus of the Ajegunle Legacy Award is premised on the grassroots impact of individuals and brands for global relevance. And when Ajegunle Tailor was asked on what her legacy is, she has this to say.
That train under me should have that motivational spirit. You have to be motivated, because I use my story a lot. I tell my story a lot. In fact, I let them understand that you can be anything you want to be if you are consistent. You have to master how to pray, because God first. And I tell them, if you come here, I will tell you, you'll be more than me. I always pray that for them, because I want them to be more than me. I want in my old age, let me see people have trained on that higher table. I want to see them there. So I've inspired them with my stories, with my joining. I tell them a lot of stories, and I will also share these stories on social media. And a lot of people will call me, you're making, so you're saying you're sharing too much. It's just because I don't want to only impact only on my students. I also want to inspire those people around me and on the social media.
The CEO of Quincy Fashion Hub has earned a place in the Hall of Fame of Ajegunle Legacy Academy. She is one of those who contributed to the growth of human development with her innate talent. This is the time to celebrate a woman of valor and excellence in the city of Ajegunle. This is your legacy, Ajegunle Tailor, and we are proud to celebrate with you.